Sam Raimi's back. He took some time off. He came back with Doctor Strange, but now proper Sam Raimi is back. Sam Raimi let off the leash. No studio interference to be found here. This is the icon behind Evil Dead. And here he's made Send Help, a film that I don't think is like any other Sam Raimi film that I've ever seen. I certainly haven't seen every single Sam Raimi film, but I've seen quite a lot of them. And I think that this one, it's somewhere between a horror and a thriller, and also something else entirely. I was certainly expecting it to be more of a horror than it was, but it's just kind of crazy. That really is just a wacky film with wacky people, and it has that satirical edge that Sam Raimi always has. But I think it's impossible not to just have fun with it.
There was an element of comedy as well. There's zany moments that happen in the film. But yeah, it's just fantastic to see Raimi's style in this. He's such a collaborative director. He's just pulling in so many ideas and it just works so well. I mean, you got Bill Pope, you got Danny Elfman, and you got Sam Raimi all working together to make something that feels Sam Raimi, but feels like there is an idea that's integrated into one.
This is the Out of Time Film Podcast, where your hosts Tom and John discuss everything from blockbuster films to TV and games like there's no tomorrow.
Got this story focused on an employee and a boss. Rachel McAdams plays this awkward employee trying to be like a people's person, but she fails to do so. And you got Dylan O'Brien, who is this horrible boss, like absolute horrible, doesn't have any compassion for anyone. And Rachel McAdams' character is the huge survivalist nerd. She loves survival, right? And then suddenly they get onto a private plane. There's the plane crash, and then they end up on an island, and they have to survive. So, do they either leave their beef behind, or do they kill each other? That's the whole premise of the movie, and it's fantastic. It just works so well.
Yeah, there's something brilliant about, on the one hand, you see Rachel McAdams' character, who's called Linda. You see Linda building huts and shelters and using her skills and techniques to get water and find fish and make food and just survive. On the other hand, Dylan O'Brien's Bradley. Bradley's just trying to get two sticks up a tree to try and make some sort of shelter, eating bugs because he's got nothing left. He has literally no survival skills or anything like that. And so he is almost tethered to her. So their dynamic that we see at the beginning of the film, where he comes in as his boss and just belittles her immediately and makes her feel completely undervalued and useless at this job. Him being the new CEO and her being someone who's been there for ages and has loads of skills. He dismisses all of that. But then on the island, she's the boss. I think it's really great to watch that unfold because the film always keeps you second guessing the motivations of these characters. The whole time you kind of think, oh, are these guys going to become mates? Are they going to become lovers? Like, where's this gonna go? And without getting into spoilers, the film, it never really settles on anything. It keeps going, it keeps moving. Send Help is so unique because every 20 minutes, the film changes and you're just like, okay, the dynamics of the film have shifted, the tone of the film has shifted. At the beginning you think it's going to be this kind of office drama, and then it becomes a survival plane crash island story, and then it becomes this kind of power dynamic psychological thriller, and then by the end it's just balls to the wall Sam Raimi horror-y goodness.
It's such a ever-changing film. You have to adapt to everything that's thrown at you. And this is such a sidetrack, but can we just talk about Dylan O'Brien's laughter? Because that's the one thing. He has this
Yes.
horrible boss laughter. Just sounds like Wario from Super Mario.
You think that was Sam Raimi's note? Dylan was like, so what do you think for my performance? And Sam Raimi just slid forward a tape. I bet Sam Raimi uses tapes. And it's like,
Yeah.
play this. And Dylan's like, I don't have a tape player. And Sam's like, just find a way to watch it. And they go away, and Dylan's like, I don't know if I'm going to take this role, don't know what I want to do with it. But he puts the tape in, and he just gets Wario's laughter. And he's like, I have to do it. I have to do this role.
I have to be Wario. This is my time to shine here. I have to be Wario.
We got Super Mario Galaxy coming up.
That's calling for you, Dylan.
It's That's your
Sign up
role.
That's your role, Dylan.
You've got it
Sign
in the
up for that.
bag.
But yeah, that's interesting. You're like, did they become mates? It does make you feel a bit hopeful, but then it makes you feel like there's something dark looming over you all the way throughout the film. And you're thinking, oh, this is a lovely film. But then you're like, this is Sam Raimi. You know, what's
Yeah.
he going to do?
And the thing is, as well, is that I think think not even because of the film, but just because of society. I don't trust the boss.
Society,
I don't.
guys. Society changes a person. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
The
yeah.
society has conditioned me, so I don't trust Dylan O'Brien. But I don't trust him, man.
Well,
But
he's Wario. He's Wario.
God,
You don't trust him.
God, how long is this bit gonna go on for? The when Linda is the first one to wake up from the crash, and when she finds Bradley, he's got a broken leg. So Dylan O'Brien spends the first, I don't know, act of the film with a broken leg. He can't even stand, and he's being babied by Rachel McAdams. He literally needs her to survive, which doesn't change when he can stand, to be fair. But I think the point is that the whole time, just because I know what that kind of boss is like, that culture of completely selfish, arrogant, greedy men, and you think to yourself, okay, realistically, where's this gonna go? Is this guy gonna be able to change and see her for the truth, or is he gonna just ditch her at the first chance he gets? The film plays with that. It really enjoys to be like, hold on, even though this guy is awful, at one point, he becomes the only one saying, how are we gonna get help? And Linda, she begins to just like being away from modern society and who she is in modern society. She begins to enjoy the survival nature and having complete control over this whole island. And I mean, Rachel McAdams! Rachel McAdams!
Rachel
What- Yes! What a
I feel like we're
performance.
summoning her,
this-
like, come to us, Rachel McAdams, come to us
Oh
now!
my God, I can't think of anything better. Wait, hold on. If you're in your house and I'm in my house and we're doing this over Zoom, where does Rachel McAdams go? Does she appear in the
does
Zoom
she-
call? Do you get the left side, I get the right side? Just
Uh,
blood
I-
spraying all over us. Just like, oh
Oh my
God.
god, it's Rachel McAdams! Where's she gone? That
No,
would be a great
no.
horror concept, by the way.
Yeah,
And just got split into
they
that.
did this.
Yeah.
They summoned at the same time. She's amazing. Throughout her career, she's done brilliant, iconic roles, but I don't know if people necessarily appreciate her range. Obviously, Regina George is maybe her most iconic role, but that's very different than the character she plays in The Notebook or About Time or Doctor Strange. We've seen her do loads of different stuff, but potentially Linda Little might be her best performance yet. I absolutely loved just what she was doing there. And Rachel McAdams, by all accounts, is a very personable, fun to be around, lovely, beautiful woman. And the character she plays at the beginning is unrecognizable, but also you feel sorry for her as well at the beginning. And then as the film goes along, she becomes more and more unhinged. And there's one particular scene where I was just sitting there just like, oh my God, oh my God.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien doesn't necessarily change in the same way, but even so, Dylan O'Brien, he's been a leading man in The Maze Runner, Love and Monsters. He's done a lot of your classic action hero type roles. This is something completely different for him too. He's just the worst guy with an awful laugh, and he's born into wealth and is totally disconnected from the real world, but is also at times properly fearful for his life.
That was so fascinating to see. The power dynamic shifts all over the place with the movie. From the beginning, he's obviously the ladies' man, he sorts out with the other guys, like, hey, I'm gonna hire you. Even though you've been here for 6 months, you're my best buddy. Something like that.
Yeah.
And Rachel McAdams is the underdog. But there's a lot of nuances, a lot of subtext that you see so much out of the performance. Like, there's this amazing quiet scene where they talk about the past, and Linda talks about she was married to an awful husband and died in a car accident. And then Bradley's past, he had not so great father, he was just abusive.
Did you notice who played his dad?
No, wait, was his dad in the movie?
So his dad is in a painting in the office.
Wait,
so
is it
that we
Sam
literally-
Raimi? No, is it?
No.
No.
It's
who
Bruce
is it?
Campbell!
Oh my god!
Yes! The best part of any Sam Raimi film is the Bruce Campbell cameo. Obviously, he's the main role in the Evil Dead films. He is the brilliant ending of Darkman. I think most famously, he is a different character in all three Spider-Man films. And in Spider-Man 4, he was going to be revealed as Mysterio in the original Sam Raimi version. He's in Multiverse of Madness. Bruce Campbell is in everything. And I just love that in Send Help Again, even though he's not in the film, they have a painting of Bruce Campbell. I was just like, yes, I'm a Sam Raimi fan. I'm here for my goat. And it's like you said earlier, we got Bill Pope, we got Danny Elfman, we got frequent collaborators with Sam Raimi. And yeah, it sucks that we didn't get to have actual Bruce Campbell in the flesh, but also it's just cool that we get a little nod to him either way.
It's just so cool that he's just like, hey, let's get Bruce Campbell again as a painting. That's going to be his
Yes.
method acting, to be a painting. Imagine he's just like, he's just there as a
That was
painting.
actually
And just,
him.
whoa, impressionism, right there. I don't know
Yeah, he
when it
painted him to
was.
look 3D, and then they just he just sat there. He was the entire
Yeah,
wall.
insane dedication. Even
20...
Marlon Brando couldn't be a wall. Could he be a
No, no
wall
one
in real
could.
life? No,
No one
no,
could.
he couldn't even read the script inside the wall.
Brando couldn't do it. De Niro couldn't do it. Denzel
No,
couldn't do it. Only Bruce Campbell.
no,
I'll tell you what, 2027 Best Actor race, forget it. There is no Best Actor race. It's
no.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, guys.
He
He's
also
gonna be in the
played the
wall.
he also played the wild boar in the film.
That actually bit, was that real?
No, that is a bit.
Oh, okay,
Imagine.
okay. Because I was actually thinking like,
You know the snot on set? The snot was Bruce Campbell.
oh yeah, the boar. Right, my brain went to a different movie. It was like, did he play like a boar somewhere? I don't know. It's Bruce
No, I
Campbell. Bruce
mean
Campbell can be anything.
he genuinely can. But I
He
love a
can be.
tangent, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna reel us back in. I hadn't seen any marketing for this film. Didn't know what to expect.
It's
And
bizarre, right? There's
right,
nothing. Like,
did you not see anything? Okay, right, cool. I thought I was the only one, and it's weird because I go to cinema a lot. I didn't see anything. I thought maybe I would have seen the trailer before Bone Temple, but nope.
I think I did see a trailer, but not heavily promoted.
Right,
Once you get to the
okay.
cinema, you don't see
So
it a lot.
I knew nothing but the poster, which is Linda covered in blood. And I thought, we got the guy who's directed Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell. I really thought it was going to be more like those films, and for once, not watching the trailer was to my detriment. I expected more. I expected Sam Raimi to go further into the horror, and it's truly okay that he didn't, but I did kind of think that the film never quite reached its peak. And I think I'll explain more in spoilers, but yeah, like the film definitely for me, damn it, I wish that I knew what it was going to be about so I could have prepared myself for the whole time. I was like, where's the horror? When does the horror get here? And then you get a bit at the end, and truly it's the psychological elements that make the film so interesting. But I think I kind of fucked myself there a little bit.
You're just giving high expectations. But no,
Yeah.
there are some hardcore stuff that happens in the movie
100%.
later on. But I did have a feeling as well because I felt like there was going to be somewhere that goes beyond, I don't know,
Sure.
like Wario comes out the darkness and he's like got a chainsaw.
Not again! He's back! Back.
He's back with the chainsaw. But no, I think it could have been a little bit more gorier. But then I'm like, well, I don't know how that would work with I don't know, maybe there's a bit more mythical. I don't know. I think this film is great to explore the conflict between each other because I feel like this film is a metaphor for how competitive and toxic the work industry can be.
Especially in the corporate sector that we're exploring here, where the workers are so often dismissed and undervalued. Linda is the one who does all the work, but she does not get a single lick of credit from these new bosses. You see that in all kinds of workplaces, but especially there.
Yeah, and it's interesting because to Linda, she has to adapt to Bradley's changes. It's well ending. She's been there for 7 years, and that's detrimental that she didn't get a job promotion and that she's been doing that for so long. Whereas in the wild, she can adapt to that. She can adapt to those changes and some of the things that happen.
I feel like we've got to talk spoilers.
Spoilers,
th-
spoilers,
this is-
guys.
th-
Get out, get out. Yeah.
Fuck off. This is definitely a fun time at the cinema. Now, we got our Sam Raimi gore. We got our Sam Raimi action sequences. I guess action is one way to put it. During the bit where Linda hunts the boar, we get a first-person shot of the boar running up to her. That's so Evil Dead. I loved it.
Very Evil Dead.
That was great. All the blood. I mean, like the boar was a bit aggressively CGI, and that did disappoint me because Sam Raimi and practical effects, he does so well, but whatever. The scene that really got me was when Linda fully body paralyzes Bradley and proceeds to cut off his
insane.
dick, but doesn't actually, like, basically we don't see it. And she's like, I'm gonna punish you for trying to escape. And because he can't feel anything or move his eyes, he can't see that she's not actually cutting off his penis. And oh my god, I was just I could feel that shit, man. And then like there's a reveal that it was just a rat and she was pretending and she's like, don't fuck with me. Oh, I think that's the point in the film where you're like, oh, she's nuts. She's actually crazy. She's not just enjoying this a little bit too much. She's actually a lunatic.
Yeah, I think that also goes a bit further as well once they fight. There's some crazy hardcore stuff that happens, like Bradley pokes her eye in, and that really freaks me out. And then when Bradley whips her hair out as well, and it's like, what the heck is like going on? But no, I think there could have been a little bit more gore into that. Yeah.
Well, it's just like the final bit. Linda has Bradley on the floor, and she's got a golf club. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be brilliant. We're going to see her cave this fucker's skull in. And she brings it down, and we smash cut to her a few months later playing golf.
Is it a
God
year
damn
later?
it. Whenever it is,
Whenever in time.
the far-flung future. We cut to 2067. The cars are
2067.
flying. Golf is a six-dimensional game. And no, I'm goofing. That doesn't actually happen in the movie. But no, she's playing golf, and I just kind of thought to myself, oh my God, that's such a shame. That would have been so great to see her cave his skull in. Because the film, like, you can't really be on anyone's side.
No.
They're both awful. They're both constantly lying to each other. Like, the final thing that Bradley does is try one final desperate attempt to get her to stop trying to kill him, where he says, we can live here together. It'll be great. I love you. All that stuff. The whole time, they're just lying to each other. Linda is lying in a different way than Bradley's lying, but even so, they're still doing that. And I think that seeing him become more and more desperate and terrified, and then I guess eventually angry because she kills his fiance who comes and finds them and pushes her off a cliff. Linda just becomes more and more unhinged. And much like, again, if you look back at Sam Raimi's catalogue, quite a few of his films end with a little fourth wall breaking note. In Spider-Man 1, Spidey swings into the camera. In Darkman looks at you at the end. And in this one, as Linda drives away, she notices us, the audience, and she just pauses and she looks. And I was just like, holy shit, what a brilliant little touch at the end. This insane person is out there. It was spine tingling. And I think it feels so real because, as well, as I say, these people at jobs exist, these people who are pushed to the edge. And I truly do believe that so many people, one bad day, classic Joker style, could just push them over the edge. And Linda literally got all the tools she needed to conquer the world because she becomes famous for surviving this long and being the only survivor and becomes a person of fame and status. She was literally given all the reasoning to hate all these people. And that's kind of brilliant.
It's a brilliant ending. Once she looks at us, I feel she's like, someone knows my story. It's us, the audience's story, that we know the truth. I think that is a great example of how we, as an audience, pursue the search of truth in this story. Do we believe what happened to Rachel's husband? I think that's a great example to like, oh, that's interesting. Like, do we trust her as the awkward person at the beginning? Like, is she trying to push people away? She's so into surviving into the wild and she wants to be there. Whereas with Dylan's character, he's obviously searching for attention. He's searching for power in the business. And then that completely shifts when they are both on the island. And can we talk about the great plot twist?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
The plot twist, the island they were on has a big multi-millionaire's mansion right there in the island. Linda found it first and she knew all about it. Like, that's where she got the knife as well.
That adds so many more layers. Did she actually catch and prepare all that food, or did she take it from the house? Obviously got the knife from there. Did she spend nights there? She was familiar with the security. I think that's really cool and really interesting.
And we don't see her sleeping there as well, if you think about it. We don't see her sleep at the camp. And then we do see Dylan O'Brien's character sleep on the camp.
So often she's coming back. She's like, oh, I've been exploring. That's really interesting. There's a line in the film where she says something along the lines of, did you ever wonder why we were the only two people who survived? I got really excited because I thought, oh my God, did she actually kill the other people? And I thought it would have been such a great little thing if the film had... So let's say that you get the plane crash and then you see Linda waking up. We see her doing some of her survival stuff, but no Bradley at this point. And then we cut to Bradley waking up and we spend a few days with him. We see that he's just about surviving. He's struggling so much. And then he meets Linda. And Linda's got like her whole stuff ready and she helps him out. But they've clearly been there for a while, for like a couple of weeks. And I just thought, wouldn't it have been so cool if Linda later on had revealed that she'd already found the other survivors and killed them. So it was just her and Bradley left. And I thought that's where we were going. Again, it comes back to this point where I just think the film never hit its peak. I think we're building towards it. Some sort of reveal like that, or just seeing her cave Bradley's head in. Even at the beginning of the film, I thought it was going to go mystical. Like they were going to find like an ancient curse on the island. You know, something like Drag Me to Hell. But it never quite got there for me. And as much as I enjoyed the film, there's so much to kind of unpack and peel back. Obviously, this is very much Sam Raimi's grand return. But at the same time, I'm waiting to see a film from him in the modern day that goes full Raimi. I don't think this went full Raimi.
Yeah, but it's just fantastic direction on his part. And I think maybe if he worked with a writer, I think you could have seen a little bit more of a Raimi story. So it is a fantastic film. Could have been a little bit more.
And I'm really happy to see people really enjoying it, people going to see it, talking about it. At the moment, we're in a really great spot for cinema, it feels, because you've got films like this that seem to be having a lot of conversation around them. Obviously, Sinners having just been so successful last year. Goat is set to be the biggest original animated film opening in America since Coco, so that's almost 10 years.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
brilliant. And obviously there are still disappointments. Bone Temple has really underperformed. Go see Bone Temple if you haven't already. It's insane. It's so good.
It's insane film.
So it's always ups and downs, peaks and troughs, but it's great to see that this one, people are loving it. What are you going to give Send Help out of 10?
I'm going to be really positive. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. Damn, hell yeah. I'm less positive, unfortunately. But I did still love it, so 7 out of 10 from me. Thank you everybody for listening. If you're listening on YouTube and you liked it, you can like and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can follow and give us a 5-star review if you think we're worthy. And next week is a film that is sure to cause a lot of stir. It's already a lot of controversy surrounding this one. Time to get kinky, because it's Wuthering Heights.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what to expect? And of course, send us an email if you have any thoughts on Wuthering Heights, and we'll answer right here in the podcast next week.
Yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram at Out of Time Film Party, our incredible thumbnails from Zain, on Twitter for more thoughts from Tom and me, and TikTok to see edited clips, which are all also on Instagram, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And you can find links to that all in the description below. Thanks to Edyll for the excellent theme, and Ronan for logos as always. And I think that's everything. Take away given.
Give nothing back.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.